Okay, we have lots lined up on the show. We'll be joined by Arun Chittilappilly of Wonderla Holidays. He'll be with us in just a bit to discuss the numbers. In fact, Rarak, we were just mentioning about connecting with the management of Wonderla Holidays, and the management is with us. Arun Chittilappilly, who is the MD of Wonderla Holidays, is with us to discuss their numbers. The PAT has come in pretty flat, 12.2 crore rupees versus 12.8 crore rupees. The total income has also seen an uptick of about 50.4 crore rupees versus 47.3 crore rupees. Let's speak to the management then and get in more answers there. Great to have you with us, Arun. First up, was the sluggishness that we saw in the third quarter a one-off, and what's the outlook for your top-line growth going forward?
So basically, we were impacted by the heavy rains that we, experienced in the south part of the country. So both the amusement parks had a huge drop in footfalls during November, during the same time during the Chennai floods. So that impacted our footfalls quite a bit. And then we were able to recover some of those footfalls in December. But I guess, still we ended up with a 11% decrease overall in footfalls for the quarter. And that's what led to, lower numbers. But having said that, we are still pretty happy because we managed to grow our top line. We are maintaining our 15 to 20% growth in revenues for the whole year. We are not changing that. Although we must be realistic, and I think footfalls might show a small decline for the whole year. But overall revenues and profitability, I don't think will be impacted.
Hi Arun, Avan joining into the discussion. So you are painting a fairly realistic picture, but I want to dwell a little bit more on the footfalls. I know it was the unfavorable weather conditions, but what really can bring the footfalls back on track? Because analysts are betting that the two new parks will really be an overall boost, not just to your footfalls, but overall revenue growth as well.
Yeah, so going next year, we are going to open our new park in Hyderabad starting from April, and that should give us a huge jump for the next financial year. We are projecting a 65 crore addition to the top line only with regard to that third amusement park project. So yes, so next year we'll be seeing some better growth. But for this quarter, which is the last quarter of this year, we are projecting a flattish kind of footfall, and overall for the year we are not expecting a huge growth in numbers. But next year, yes, I think it should be a very interesting year.
Arun, now analysts have been betting on strong margins, but your margins have dropped significantly. When do you see it stabilizing?
So this year we had a small, we had some one-time impact on margins. One is we have the bonus that had to be paid out to employees with regard to the new Companies Act. So that took a hit. And then we have a few addition to our top management. So we've done some extra recruiting. And then, of course, we are training staff for our Hyderabad park. So that also added to our employee costs. So these costs have added to our, employee costs, and that's mainly the reason why we've seen a decrease in margins. But that is not, that's not going to be an ongoing thing, and that will get corrected once the new park opens up next year.
Now you plan to invest a big way in Karnataka as well. What kind of opportunities are you seeing here?
So our park in Bangalore has been here for about 10 years, and we've seen a very healthy growth in our footfalls. We feel it's now time to invest a little more and take our experience here a little bit, take it up a notch. So we are adding some large rides, including a roller coaster and experiential rides, and then we are also planning to upgrade our resort and add some, resort-specific offerings, because that is some of the feedback that we received. So I think, we want to, continue to invest into this, our existing projects also, because that's been our philosophy all through, and we are just continuing to do that. So we are very bullish on Karnataka because, Bangalore, as you know, is a fast-growing city, and we are still seeing a lot of fresh footfalls coming to our park. So, and we also have a lot of, because we are here for 10 years, we feel like, we need to add new stuff. So it's just, it's a routine thing. And similar kind of upgrades are being planned for Cochin as well. But that will happen maybe 2 years down the line.
Okay. Arun, can you also tell us what have been the F&B revenues and how do you see them contributing to overall revenues in the coming quarters?
So our F&B revenues have been growing at roughly about 30 to 40% if you compare to the last quarter, because we have changed our offering a little bit, and we run some of the restaurants ourselves now as against contracted out. So that is showing a healthy sign. And if you look at last year, our F&B revenue was, our non-ticket revenue as we call it, was roughly 20%. So, but we are slowly seeing that growing. This year, our non-ticket revenue should, end up at roughly between 22 to 23% for the whole year. So that's also a nice addition to have.
Okay, Arun, let you go on that note. Look forward to the coming quarters as well as the new park opening. The call on Wonderla Holidays is that it has been a bit of a sluggish quarter, the stock under a fair bit of pressure. Moving right on, we've got lots of earnings today lined up. It's a very big day for the Nifty. But let's talk about two big numbers in particular. SBI, it's expected to be